In this segment, Spreadsheet Activity number 3, Line Budget and Budget Reduction, will actually be doing two parts. The first part will be working in this sheet, then we will save it, we will rename it, and then reduce the budget by $50,000 and save that. The first step in our process is to calculate the total expenditure at the end of the current month. Let's look at certified personnel. Last month we spent $15,000. This month we spent $50,000. So we're going to write a formula in total that will add up those two figures. Every formula starts with equals. Then the function, what we're going to perform is sum, open parentheses, click the cell, plus F9. Close parentheses. Then we hit enter and Excel tells us how much was spent in these 2 months here. We can then click and drag this formula all the way down the column, and Excel will perform the same calculation for every line item in that column. Nice. Now that we've finished up step 1 of the exercise, we will proceed to step 2. We'll compute the unencumbered balance. This is how much is left in the account for the balance of the school year. We take the revised budget, we subtract from the revised budget the total amount that we've spent already this year, plus the amount that minus the amount that we have encumbered or set aside for the remainder of the school year. In the case of the principal's salary, we've paid the principal $20,000 and we have set aside $40,000 to pay the principal for the rest of the school year. So we write a formula in this cell, equals sum, open parentheses, the revised budget minus the total minus the encumbrance, close parentheses, enter. And the 0 makes sense. We budgeted $60,000, we've paid out $20,000, and we have set aside $40,000, so there's nothing left. There's nothing remaining in this particular line item. We drag the formula down and we will get the unencumbered balance for all the other line items. Let's take a look at this line, supplies. The revised budget was $8,000. We have already spent $4,500. We've already earmarked or set aside or encumbered $700 for the remainder of the school year. 700 plus 4,500 is 5,200. 8,000 minus 5,200 is $2,800. That's how much we have left in this account that we haven't decided how to spend yet. So there we have the unencumbered balance for all the accounts. In step 3 of this activity, what we want to do is we want to get the bottom line totals for all the columns in this particular spreadsheet, for all of these columns up here. So we know the way to do that is to write a formula, equals sum, open parenthesis, and we will just drag. I like to drag from the top. You can also drag from the bottom up, but I like to drag from the top down. Close parenthesis. So here, in both the formula bar and here in the cell that we're working in, we see that we're getting the sum of C9 all the way to C52. We enter, hit enter, and there is our total. Just as we drag the formula down over here, we can now drag the formula across. So we drag this formula across, and there are our totals. Notice that in this cell we get these number signs because the column is not wide enough to display our results. So what we do is we go up to letter D, select the column, just widen it a little bit, and now we have enough room for the numbers to display.